Are you a small business owner looking for an easy to use, free and lightweight CRM software for your small business? Well, today I'm going to help you get started with Streak, which is a powerful free CRM software that integrates directly with your Gmail inbox. Hey team, welcome back, and if it's your first time watching one of our videos, then my name's Stuart. Thanks for popping along today. Now in this beginner's tutorial, I'm excited to guide you through how to use Streak CRM to manage customers, prospects, projects, your sales process and more. Now, Streak is a CRM for Gmail, making it an ideal customer relationship management and project management solution for beginners that have had experience with Gmail. The free version of Streak is an ideal option for individuals looking to get started with a free CRM, and the paid pro version of Streak is excellent for small to large teams. However, today we're just going to show you how to make the most out of Streak's free plan. Now, just quickly before we dive into Streak, and if you haven't done so already, consider subscribing to stay updated with actionable videos and tutorials designed to equip you with the skills and knowledge to grow your small business online. And with that covered, let's get you started with Streak's free CRM. Okay team, so first things first, what we need to do is install and set up Streak with our Gmail account, and it's actually extremely easy to do so. All we need to do is head to streak.com, and then on streak.com what you'll notice is this add to Chrome. It's free, and basically what you're going to do is either add the Chrome extension to Chrome if that's the browser that you use, or you can add the extension to Safari. However, because we recommend that people use Google Chrome, today what we're going to do is add the Chrome extension, the Streak Chrome extension, and that's going to automatically integrate with our Gmail inbox. So we're going to go ahead and click Add to Chrome. It's free. And then we're going to come down here and click Add to Chrome. Now, as you can see, this is a productivity tool. It's got high reviews and over 700,000 users. So we're going to come up here and click Add to Chrome, and then click Add Extension. And then, as you can see, our Gmail account automatically pops up. Now, if it doesn't pop up, what you want to do is just refresh your Gmail account. Now, once you're here, what we need to do is actually sign into Streak. So to do that, you just come over here. Now, if you don't see this little box here, you can just come up to Streak and click Sign In. Then all we need to do is click Sign In with Google. And come down here and select your Gmail account. And basically what you're doing is allowing Streak to access all your different apps that you have within your Google account. And then come down here and click Allow. And there we have it guys, it's as simple as that to install and set up Streak with your Gmail account. Okay, so now you'll notice in your Gmail inbox that you have a few elements that weren't there before because of the Streak integration. So firstly, what we'll do is exit out of this side panel, and if we come up here and click Streak, you'll notice this side panel appears again, and this just goes through your settings, billing information if you decide to upgrade to a paid plan, and then you have other small bits of information down here. Now you can also come down the bottom and try the Pro version of Streak for free, and you can also come up here and explore some of the features that Streak has to offer. But today we're going to guide you through all the important elements and features you need to know to really get the most out of Streak's free CRM. So if we come up here and exit this side panel again, we can come down here, and you'll notice that we have this little orange 4 squares here, which is called pipelines. Now, pipelines is in essence your sales process, projects, hiring process, support, your customers, leads, prospects. Essentially, you can manage your entire customer journey or your projects. And we're going to break this down in a second. Then if we come over here, again, we've got this, which brings up the side panel. We'll exit out of that. Then if we navigate across any of these emails in our inbox, what you'll notice is this little Streak logo here. Now if you click the Streak logo, what that's going to do is add information about that contact. But we're not going to do this right now. What we're going to do is actually set up your first pipeline or your project, your customer journey, so that we can start managing our contacts in one place. So what we want to do is navigate over to pipelines and click plus. Then here is where we can actually create our first pipeline. Now you'll notice that we have a whole bunch of templates for you to choose from. So if you go through and navigate these different templates, you can find one that best represents your project, your sales process, whatever it is you want to manage within Gmail. So for us, we're going to come up here and click sales because we want to manage our contacts and start streamlining our sales process. So as you can see, we have stages. So basically with your pipeline is your project or it's your sales process. And as you've just seen, you can create any kind of process here. And then within your pipelines, you have stages. And as you can see, these are your stages. And what I'll show you shortly is how to add contacts within each of these different stages and how to edit all the information and elements and fields within the stages over here. So first, what you want to do is select the template of your pipeline, your project, or your sales process, or you can come down here and click custom and actually build one from scratch. But for the purpose of this tutorial, what we're going to do is actually select the sales template. Then we're happy with each of these stages. You can come down here and actually edit each stage, but I'm going to leave these as they are. You can also come across here and delete each stage, or you can come over here and actually move them around. So very easy to customize. You can also change the colors and again add stages here. Then you can navigate down here and actually modify the fields within each of the stages. But I'm happy with these different fields at the moment. So I'm going to come back up to the top and then navigate down here and click create. Now, because this Streak tutorial is for beginners wanting to get started with Streak, we're only going to focus on the free Streak plan, which means we can only share it with ourselves. You can't actually have additional team members. However, if you decide to upgrade, you can share each of these projects, these pipelines, with your different team members. And we'll break down those costs and different paid plans towards the end of this tutorial. So again, it's only myself that's involved in the CRM. So I'm going to come down here and click Create Pipeline. And congratulations, you have just created your first pipeline. And remember, this is our sales process. So depending on what template you chose, or if you're building a pipeline from scratch, we're going to focus on measuring our leads, so our customer journey, as you can see up here. Now, what I actually want to do is add some context within my Gmail to each of these different stages of my customer journey. So as you can see, I've already selected lead. Then what I want to do is come up here and select the plus sign and then click add box, which is essentially going to add a box below the lead. And here I want to add the name of my newly acquired lead. And as you can see, I now have one lead within my sales process. Now you can come across here and add other information that's relevant to this particular lead. For example, contacts and organizations. Come over here, lead source, last email from. You'll have this information appear when you start interacting with this individual. Now, because I've just added this individual here, there's no other information. Now, as you can see, I can manually add contacts to our customer journey, our sales process. And I've just done that there. And like I said, you can fill out all this other information manually. But what I want to do is actually import contacts from my Gmail. Now, to do that, all you need to do is come up here, click the plus sign, and then come down here and click Quick Add. And then on the right hand side, what you'll notice is some of the companies that I've been emailing. So for example, this one here, I'm going to turn this into a lead because maybe I interacted with them and they became a recent lead. So I'm going to click Add, and then I'm happy with that name that's automatically generated. I'm going to hit Enter. And then as you can see, all that information has been added under lead. So we have the contact here, Syndio Digital Marketing and Media, which is actually our business. So this is just for the purpose of this tutorial. Then we have the stage, which is a lead. We have the organization here. We have the date of last email, which is today. And then the last email from, which is from us. And then again, we don't have anything else here. But what you can do is actually add this information. So for example, if I wanted to add a priority, I can come down here and add the priority here. And I can click low and add that as an option so it's easier to add next time. So for example, this contact over here that I manually added, I could come over here and click down and then click low, which is the priority I just added. And again, I can add other priority levels in here if I like. I can add a lead source, industry, deal size, company size, close date, and I can modify these fields if I like and customize them the way that suits my sales process. So I'm happy with that for now. I've just showed you how to add a lead. And then for the purpose of this tutorial, what I'll do is add one more contact to one of these stages. So I can come down to closed one and I can click on this stage here, then come up here and click plus and then add box. So manually add a contact, or I can come down here and quick add or import from a spreadsheet. Or I can come over here and do that over here. So I'm going to click quick add. And then these are my recent contacts. I got companies and then contacts. I'm going to click developer one. Now, as you can see, I have the email here. So what I could do is actually just change it to the name, but I'll leave that for now. I have the stage again. Then I have the organization and other information across here that I can add. So remember, you've got your pipelines, which are your projects, your sales process, or any other pipeline or workflow that you want to create. Then you have your stages across here. Then under each stage, what you have is columns and then boxes. So very straightforward, the structure of each pipeline. Now, if we exit out of this one, so we have a full screen, what we can actually do is add contacts another way. So if we head back to our inbox, now what we can actually do in our Gmail inbox is add our contacts to our pipeline just from this interface here, from our inbox. And to do that, all we need to do is, for example, this contact here, I would just come across and select the streak logo here, and then add this contact to the pipeline that we've created or that's relevant to this particular contact. So for the purpose of this tutorial, we've only created sales, so I want to add this particular contact to the sales pipeline. If I click sales, you can see that they are a lead, which is the first stage of our sales process. I can come over here and I can actually edit all this information here. So I can come up to lead and I could change this to contacted. And then I can come down here and assign an email address. So for example, if I had a team working with me, I could assign them to manage this particular contact. I can add tasks, I can come down here and add contacts, I can see recent email activity here, and then I have my additional fields that I can add. So I can come down here and I could add information here, lead source, I could type in referral and click enter. I can come down to priority and I can select low, or I can type in a new one. For example, I could type in high and select create high. Now I have that option as well as low. And then I can add all this information down here if I like, and I can add additional fields here. Now, if I want to see more information for a particular client, customer, or contact, all I need to do is come up here and click this go to box here. And what that's going to do is bring up all this information for this particular organization, customer, or contact. Now, as you can see, this is just a contact. We can see all the information, the activity that's been happening for this contact. Now, I can click emails, files, comments, and tasks. Now, I can add a comment up here. I can add other information. For example, I can add a file to this contact, and I can add notes if I like. Then, if we navigate over here, we can change the stage. Again, we can come down here. Remember, this customer is part of the sales pipeline that we created. Then we can go assign to Stuart Gould, which is myself. If you had a team, you paid for the pro plan and you had a small team working with you on Streak, then you can add other contacts here that you want to work with, other team members. Then down here we have our custom columns, which we can customize the way that we like. And this is all based on our pipeline and the requirements within our pipeline. Then if we navigate down here, we got contacts and organizations. We can add those contacts here. We can add a note if we like. And then we have other information here. We can also link other contacts if there are other contacts that are related to this particular contact, and we can do that here. So very straightforward to add information to each contact and manage your leads, your customers, your prospects in a way that works for you. So I'm happy with that. Now what I can do is actually head back to pipelines and come down to sales, which is the only pipeline we've created at the moment. And what I'll do is just exit out of this and make it full screen. And as you can see, we have that new contact that we just added under contacted within our sales pipeline. And what I can do with each of these contacts within each of these stages is I can change them and shuffle them around at any time. So for example, if Sam Smith was no longer a lead and they were now a customer, I could come down here and go nurturing. And now I'm building that relationship here. Again, I can change the names of these different stages if I like, but I'm happy with that information. Now, what I want to show you is some of the cool features that Streak provides when it comes to actually emailing your contacts. Okay, so when it comes to the free version of Streak, you have access to 3 powerful features when it comes to sending emails. So for example, if we head over to Compose New Email, and then we come down here and make this full screen, you will notice 3 little buttons down here. So the first one is adding to box, we have email tracking, and then we also have snippets. Now these are 3 powerful features that make it extremely easy to manage our customers, our contacts, and essentially streamline our communication. So for example, if I come up here and add a new contact, and then add a subject. So for example, let's say that this is a new customer. What I want to do is add them to our pipeline, our sales pipeline. So what I can do is come down here and click Add to Box. And I can come up here and click Add to Pipeline, and then select all emails that come from this contact. And now I can come down here and add this contact under our sales pipeline. Now because they're a customer, I can come up here and select lead and come down and click 1 because they are closed and I won this sale. Now I can change this to something more compelling, a better word than just closed and won, but I'm happy with that. And like I showed you earlier, I can edit all this information down here. But essentially what you can do is quickly add new contacts to different stages within your pipelines, depending on the type of contact. So if I exit out of this one and I come down here and make this bigger, I can also come down here and select email tracking on. Now as you can see, the email tracking is on. If I click it again, then email tracking will be turned off. Now if I turn it back on, and now with email tracking on, basically I can track when this email is opened. So whoever I send this email to, I can track whether or not they have opened this email. Then if I come along here, we have snippets. Now snippets is a great feature and it makes your communication a lot more efficient. So if we click snippets, what we can do here is click create snippet from draft, and this can be our welcome email. So for example, welcome email, I'm happy with that. I can add a shortcut code, #W. I can come down here and share to private, so just myself or everyone within sales. So I'm going to leave it as private. Then what I can do is add a subject. Now I'm going to keep the subject the same. Remember, if I send this snippet, it's going to be exactly the same for everyone else. So welcome to our team, I'm happy with that. Now what I'm going to add here is, so just for the purpose of this tutorial, this is a quick snippet that I've created for our welcome email. Now I can come down here and I can format the way that this email looks. I can add links, I can add images, but I'm happy with this. And come down here and click create. And then what I can do is expand this email again, and I can come down here and click snippets, and I can come up here and select the welcome email snippet that I just created. And as you can see, that automatically fills in all this information, the subject and the email itself. So very straightforward. You can quickly create structured emails based on responses, based on different stages of your pipeline, and this just streamlines your communication and semi-automates your responses. So remember, just come down here to snippets and then come over here and click create snippet from draft, or you can manage your snippets. So very powerful way to just, like I said, streamline that communication and semi-automate your emails. Now you can actually come down here and simply schedule your email. So I could click send later. Now I have these suggestions here: 1 hour from now, tomorrow 8 AM, next Monday 8 AM, in 1 week. Or you can customize your scheduling here. Now it's similar to the standard Gmail where you can come down here and click next to send, schedule send. However, you just have that option here and you kind of have these fun structured suggestions. So very powerful features for you to essentially enhance the way that you interact and communicate with your contacts. And that is essentially all the basics you need to know when it comes to getting started with Streak. Now what I want to do is quickly cover some of the pricing options if you decide to upgrade to a paid pro plan. And here we are on Streak's pricing plan. Now as you can see, we're currently using the free plan, which is for individuals that want to get started with a free CRM. Now you can always upgrade to the solo plan or the pro plan. If you decide to expand your team, then you do need to upgrade if you want to interact and collaborate with your team with more people. And as you can see, this is the most popular plan, the pro plan at $49 per month per user, and you can get started with a free trial if you like. However, if you're a small business, you're a sole trader, you're working on your business yourself and you don't actually need a team to interact with you, then I believe the free version is sufficient enough for any small business owner. However, if you're an individual, you're a sole trader, you're a small business owner that just works by themselves when it comes to customer relationship management, then the free version of Streak is more than sufficient enough to get you started with a powerful and easy to use free CRM. And there we have it, team. That is it for today's CRM tutorial for beginners. You should now have the confidence to get started with Streak's CRM. Now, if you have any questions about Streak's CRM, then make sure to pop them down below. I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have. And with that said, thank you so much for watching this video through to the end. If you got value from this video, make sure you leave a like. And if you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe. And that way, I'll see you in the next video. Take care, guys.